Yeah, you got it.
Hi, I'm Tammy Parker. I'm the speech and debate coach. This is the LHS speech and debate team, and you are watching Leopard Spotlight. Woo!
Hello and welcome to Leopard Spotlight. I'm Clay Parker.
And I'm Grant Dennis.
Over the past few weeks, our reporters have traveled from a farm in Bonham to downtown Denton, all the way back here to Coop's Cave to find the most interesting stories for you.
First up, puppies. I know what you're thinking. Cuddly, furry, adorable. However, a group of students are training them to serve a greater purpose. Clay and Haley unleash our first story.
You've seen their green vests in the classrooms, in the hallways, and out and about in the community. The Guide Dogs for the Blind program here at Lovejoy has been running for almost 3 years now, ever since student leader Sophia Ron and adult leader John Fowler and her family decided to bring the first puppies to the campus.
So our family got involved with the Guide Dog program about 2.5 years ago when our oldest daughter, Olivia, decided that she wanted to raise a Guide Dog for the Blind as her senior project. And so the first puppy that we raised was named Remy, and Olivia brought the puppy to Lovejoy. Remy is now a diabetic alert dog, so she was career changed, and she's a service dog for a little girl who's 9 years old right now. So I kind of just oversee the program and make sure the students know how to train the dogs, help with caring for the dogs, veterinary care, and things like that.
Haran, a guide dog trainer since the beginning, talked about her early days with the program and how it all works.
So I got involved with Guide Dogs for the Blind the spring of my freshman year. I just attended a meeting that was held in the lecture hall. And why? I just kind of felt like I needed a purpose in high school. We have 3 main things that we have to focus on. We teach them 13 commands. We socialize them, so we take them to school, we take them to movies, we take them to the mall, and we teach them house behaviors.
But once those 3 goals are met, trainers have to deal with one of the hardest parts of the experience.
One of the questions I get asked a lot is what it's like giving a dog back. It's really hard. It's human nature to get attached to something that you're around 24/7 for about a year.
They just become part of our family, and each puppy has different qualities at home that are, as we try and work through things. Some of the puppies are really easy and they get full access in the home and really don't get into anything, and then others we have to kind of watch a little bit more.
But it's worth it. I think going into the process knowing that the dog isn't yours to keep and that it's on to do bigger and better things is a lot easier.
Some of those bigger and better things can be found much farther away than within the borders of Collin County. An hour west of Lucas, in Denton, Jessica Nairn uses one of the Lovejoy trained guide dogs in her day-to-day life.
I am visually impaired. I'm legally blind due to an eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa. I work for the state, so with that I have to go to many different high schools and I travel quite a bit. So having Makiko helps me be able to concentrate more on my work or whatever I'm doing and not on the travel itself. So when you go out, if you forget your backpack or your purse, you probably feel weird. When I go out without Makiko, I feel weird too. She's just part of me. So the puppy raising students at Lovejoy High School have so many amazing qualities, and they really put in a lot of their time, effort, and money to raising guide dogs. And that, I just can't express how important that is to me, because they do the big grunt work. They potty train the dogs, they do everything. They do all of the essential starting so that I can have the independence and the freedom. And so I have a lot of admiration and respect, and I'm very grateful for the Lovejoy students who put in all of that. And I mean, they're just great people.
The best part about this program and my favorite moments are when I watch a dog either walk across the stage, be paired with a partner. I've seen diabetic kids having their lives saved by dogs. I've seen visually impaired people having their lives saved. So I think just seeing that all this work is paying off, no matter if they make it as a guide dog or not, that's rewarding enough.
This is Clay Parker and Haley Kranz reporting for the Lovejoy News Network.
Ever wonder where your food really comes from? Just west of Willow Springs lies a local student favorite location to get a bite after school. To understand the background of how these meals are made, Grant and Bradley went to grab a burger.
Kelly Family Farms is a locally owned burger stand off of West Lucas Road, specializing in their picnic-like atmosphere and appreciation for their customers.
My favorite part about running the burger stand is meeting all the people. We have all different types of people here and just getting to know them and meeting our regulars and finding out the different ways how they heard about us.
Another draw for consumers is their 100% grass-fed beef.
Kelly's burgers are absolutely worth the higher prices because they're grass-fed and they don't freeze their meat, which makes them better nutritional for me. And having lost so much weight last year, I really look for good nutritional dinner choices.
In Bonham, Texas, Chris Kelly spends his days tending to his family's farm.
I've been farming since 2006. We bought the property in 2005, and my brother's friend at work had 6 cows that he wanted to sell, and we talked it over and thought it would be nice to have, little cows out munching grass, and so it just kind of went from there.
Senior Garrett Martin gives us a look behind the scenes into the Kelly's working atmosphere.
Well, everybody has around the same job. We all have to be able to work the cash register, and we all have to build the burger specifically, exactly the same, so we have consistency, and so it tastes really good every single time. And then we all have to be able to work the grill, and we all have to know how to stock all the shelves and all the refrigerators, and we specifically have to ball the meat. We take the meat out of the packages and we have to ball it into 4-ounce patties and press them so we can put them on the grill, and we all have to know how to do that.
This is Bradley Davis and Grant Dennis reporting for the Lovejoy News Network.
Even though most haven't met him personally, Lovejoy ISD is the proud sponsor of our adopted leopard, Jet. To introduce us to this favorite feline, Matthew and Fallon take us to meet the big cats of Wiley.
In the woods of Wiley lies something you may not expect to find, a safe haven for multiple exotic cats. These felines come from many negative situations to In-Sync Exotics, an enclosure that strives to protect and rehabilitate endangered animals. Media Director Angela Culver shares what makes In-Sync Exotics special.
In-Sync is unique in that the care that we have for the cats that's our absolute #1 priority. We want to make sure that the cat's needs are cared for above anything else. You go to a place like a zoo and it's really, really pretty, but the animals are kind of bored. Here, we make sure that the focus is on the cats and, okay, what did they want to do? What did they want to see?
Along with providing for a variety of different cats, In-Sync also houses Lovejoy's mascot, Jet the Leopard. According to former school board president Rich Hickman, Jet plays an important role in the community.
The impact Jet on the school is really kind of twofold. When you have a mascot for the school, particularly in high school, there's typically not a live mascot, so everybody knew what we were going to do, and we're trying to look for what type of leopard would be the official mascot of Lovejoy High School. Mr. Goddard administration felt it would be great, since we have the sanctuary so close at hand, that if we could relate to a live mascot, that we can tie the two together, and it would be a community service, if you will, for the kids to have a live mascot, to help raise funds to take care of the live mascot, and just have another, again, responsibility for the students of Lovejoy of quasi-taking care of an animal in a wildlife preserve kind of atmosphere.
Although most of the cats originated from unhealthy situations, In-Sync strives to turn that around and create an enjoyable environment.
I would say the purpose of us being here is to give a home to those cats that are abused, that are unwanted, that are neglected. Most of our cats come from pretty bad circumstances. They've not been cared for in the past. Their previous owners may have had good intentions, but just didn't have the knowledge to realize that you can take the cat out of the wild, but you can never take the wild out of the cat. So that's why InSync exists, is to give homes to those cats who would otherwise be discarded, be euthanized. So we save those cats and we let them live out the rest of their lives here in as much comfort as we can possibly provide for them.
This is Matthew Sinkelpalmi and Fallon Brothers reporting for the Lovejoy News Network.
If you've been at the high school long enough, you know all about Coop's Cave. Even though the animation classroom has a new location, students are still making digital magic. Dara and Patrick take us behind the scenes with one of the program's many creative members.
Most students who enroll in animation take the class for school credit and for animation teacher Ray Cooper. But for student Elena Easter, she sees this as a pathway to a career she wants to pursue.
Right now I'm focusing on 2D animation, but my mentor is having me focus on walk cycles in particular, so I've been doing that for the past few weeks.
With guidance and support from Mr. Cooper, she's been able to produce her best animations.
I know when she was working on her Flash certification, and if memory serves me correctly, either she was one of the highest scorers or the highest scorer. So she thought she wasn't doing well, but she really did.
Early animating has allowed her to create some cool projects like this one for Plano.
I've already done an internship, this was last summer, at a local animation company for educational kids content, and there I was a generalist, so I kind of switched back and forth from planning to actually animating to post-production. I would say it's rewarding, mainly because I like feeling tech savvy, and I think that animation is a great way to spread your message to other people in a lighthearted way, so that you're not, bombarding people with facts and points and issues, but you're making a point while making it interesting.
This is Dara Fidel and Patrick Compton reporting for the Lovejoy News Network.
Thanks again for taking some time out of your day to hear our stories. Until next time, I'm Grant Dennis.
And I'm Clay Parker. And remember, there's a story to find.
We'll find it here on Leopard Spotlight.
Reporting now. Go whenever you're ready.
Hi, I'm Tammy Parker. I'm the speech and debate coach. This is the speech and debate team, and you are watching Leopard Live.
That's not the name of the show.